Hello everybody, this is Frowny13 here, and welcome to yet another talk show. This is talk show episode number, uh-oh. Hang on. Oh, talk show number 38. I put number 37 in the, thing by accident. Whoops. That was brilliant, but yeah, this actually talk show episode number 38. Hello, y'all. Fine. Welcome to the show. Can I have two pop-out chats? This is very unsettling. Alright, there we go. Fixed it. But welcome to the show. We're back for the final live stream for the month of September, and this is the show where we just talk about stuff, basically. So, since we're here today, let's talk about some stuff. So let's see, how was your day? My day was alright. School was interesting-ish. And I also did a few things in preparation for the thingamajiggies of Forza Horizon 4. So today is September 28th, which is the day that Ultimate Edition owners will be able to play Forza Horizon 4. And if you want to play Forza Horizon 4 right now, you can get the Ultimate Edition for $100. So that's lovely, even though I'll be buying the Ultimate Edition after that for my birthday. Like I said, if you want to play Forza Horizon 4 right now, you can get the Forza Horizon 4 Ultimate Edition, or you can wait until October 2nd to get either the Deluxe Edition or the Standard Edition. Getting any one of those editions are great, but to be honest, I honestly think that the Forza Horizon 4 Ultimate Edition is the best deal that there is. It's $100, I know, but it's a good deal. But I'd say it's about a $200 value that you're getting. Can we talk about Forza Horizon 4? Yep, I was actually just about to suggest that. So I'm actually gonna go into the Microsoft Store and search up Forza Horizon 4. So yeah, so I might as well talk a bit about Forza Horizon 4 today, because today it is making its Ultimate Edition debut. So like I said, yeah, Forza Horizon 4 is the thing. And I was actually preparing for Forza Horizon 4 today. I actually made an interesting piece of artwork. So it seems that even now, so the Forza Horizon 4 is the Ultimate Edition. Let's see. Well, I've got good news and bad news. Which will you like first? Well, I'm gonna talk about Forza Horizon 4 a bit first, unless your news is related to Forza Horizon 4, in which case I would like to hear it. Actually, tell a lie. Example 5, if you would like to tell me your news, I say go for it. Actually, would like to see what you have to say. Yes, it is related. Alright. Because Forza Horizon 4 Ultimate Edition has a lot of stuff. Like, in fact, I will say that this is the best Ultimate Edition of any Forza game that they have ever made, for the reasons that I will be talking about in a bit. As soon as Original 5 talks about the good news and bad news about Forza Horizon 4. Because I want Forza Horizon 4 so badly, but on October 9th, my birthday, is when the fun really begins. But Forza Horizon 4 Ultimate Edition does a very good bundle. You get, well, let's see, so in the Ultimate Edition, you get the game itself, Forza Horizon 4, you get the car pass, the Best of Bond car pack, VIP, the Formula Drift car pack, and both the expansions, so expansion number 1 and 2, which are currently unconfirmed, but will be confirmed as time goes on. The first expansion will be coming out in December this year, and expansion number 2 will be coming out sometime in the first half of next year. So overall, for $100, well, let's just add up the price. So we got Forza Horizon 4, which would be, well, let's just add up the values here. So we have Forza Horizon 4, the standard game, or the game itself, which would normally be $60. There's the car pass, which has 42 cars. So if we're counting $1 per car, 42 cars, which is $42, I suppose. With the Best of Bond car pack, which is $10, because you get 10 cars. You have VIP, which is usually $20 in the games. You have the Formula Drift car pack, which is $7, and you have the 2 expansions, which are both $20 each. So out of the price, that's 60 plus 42 plus 10. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do the math here. Let's see. He says, "I played the demo Forza Horizon 4 and decided that I really like the game. I was doing some light driving in the Audi TT and just taking notice of the map, and I'm pretty impressed." Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing for the first bit as well. I'm definitely gonna be doing some map explorations because there are some really cool landmarks that I really want to check out on Forza Horizon 4. But anyways, just for the fun of it, let's just add up. Let's just bring out a calculator, and I will add up the. I just searched up cacti for some reason. Okay, so let's see. So we have, so 60 plus 42, plus, let's see, plus 10, plus 20, plus 7, plus, we'll say 40 for both expansions. And, if we add up the prices, $179. Yeah. So, you're spending $100 for $179 of value. See, that's the thing I love about this Ultimate Edition, because previously in the Forza games, specifically Forza, well, all the Forza games really since Forza Motorsport 6, because Forza Motorsport 6, which was the first game that had stuff like this, where it had 2 expansions. Let's see, 179 cars, no, $179 worth of stuff, you know. So, well, in terms of cars, so you get all the 450 cars that come with the game, and you get the car pass, which gives you 42 cars, and the best of bond car pack, which gives you 10, the VIP, which gives you another 5 cars, and the former drift car pack, which gives you another 7 cars, and both expansions, which both give you, or most likely will be giving you, a combined 14 cars, depending on they don't change the thingamajiggies and the expansions actually come with cars, because the expansions of Forza have always come with cars, though. There's a possibility that might change now with the new way they're doing the car pass, or maybe they're gonna keep it the same, but that depends. So, see, that's the reason why I want to get the Ultimate Edition this year, because the amount of stuff that you get, that's my favorite thing about the Ultimate Edition. Like, well, basically, in short, you're basically spending $100 for everything. All the DLC, you know, spend $100 in the Ultimate Edition, you have everything. You have all the DLC for the game. You know, there's no more buying extra DLC afterwards. No, you pay $100 and you get everything. And I mean everything. And that is the part that I love the most about the Ultimate Edition. Yeah, because previously, I remember Forza Horizon 3, there was an Ultimate Edition of that for Forza Horizon 3, although that was only worth about $100, or getting the Ultimate Edition for $100. And you had to buy the expansions after that. I actually skipped out on the Forza Horizon 3 Ultimate Edition, just got the Forza Horizon 3 Standard Edition, and I bought the 2 expansions afterwards, along with the 10 car pack, which was the Motorsports All-Star car pack for Forza Horizon 3. So I spent a total of $110 for Forza Horizon 3, which I'd say was worth it, but at the same time, it's not as much of a good deal as Forza Horizon 4 Ultimate Edition, however, because, like I said, my favorite part about the Ultimate Edition is that $5 or not $5. Yeah, and yes, there are James Bond cars. In fact, one of the add-ons that are coming to Forza Horizon 4 is the Best of Bond car pack, which give you 10 cars from the James Bond movies, which I think is really cool. Yeah, so it says this add-on includes 10 iconic cars from 50 years of James Bond films. Cars including James Bond's editions of the 2015 Aston Martin DB10 and the Toyota Jaguar, and you can go read the rest yourself. Once the pack is purchased, you are guaranteed a one-time only free edition of each car to your Forza Horizon 4 garage with no additional in-game credit cost. Let's see. It says, geez, I'm pumped for Forza Horizon 4, and I don't even know why I ever say. Yeah. There you are, Russell. Why are you playing GTA 3? That game is literally the oldest game ever. I mean, I guess GTA 3 isn't that bad of a game, but Forza 4 is best. And I will just say, you also really have to see the trailer for the Best of Bond car pack, because man, oh man, Player Games, they made an absolutely amazing trailer for the Forza Horizon 4 Best of Bond car pack, which it has the James Bond theme song in the background, which I think is amazing. And also, I can say, there's also the Forza Horizon 4 Car Pass, and oh, what's this? Okay, that's interesting. One thing I just realized about the Car Pass is that, let's see, I'm going to videos to play this for me to watch. Interesting. Okay, this is something interesting. One thing I just realized about the Forza 4 Car Pass is that you can get the Forza Horizon 2 Car Pass, which gives you a 40 extra cars for a 21 period of time, but apparently, if you so desire, you can also buy the Car Pass cars separately. So it seems that the first two Car Pass cars they already have is the 1962 Triumph TR3B and the 2017 Koenigsegg Regera RS. I'm not sure why you would buy those two cars separately when you can get them in the Car Pass. So, because really what you're getting in the Car Pass is that you get 42 cars, which are priced at about 48 cents each if you were to buy if you were to get the Car Pass, which previously the cars themselves were available at $1, so that's about 52 cents off for a car if you were to get the Car Pass.
What do you want for dinner? Nothing.
Oh dear. Okay, sorry about that. Slight delay. But I'm back. Let's see. Is there VIP? There is indeed a VIP. If we take a look here, so the Car Pass is going to be very awesome, but there is also VIP for Forza Horizon 4. So let's see what this is. So, Forza Horizon 4 VIP membership features more exclusive rewards than ever before. VIPs receive 3 exclusive Forza Edition cars, VIP Crown Flare, VIP Fancy items, VIP emote and car horns, a free player house, 2 times credit race awards, weekly bonus super wheel spins, and more. VIP membership can be purchased separately or included with the Forza Horizon Ultimate Edition and Ultimate Islands bundle. Become a VIP today. Yeah. Cool, I won't get it though. I kind of did just say that Forza Horizon 4 Ultimate Edition includes everything, including the VIP. Like, let's see this. The Ultimate Edition includes the full game Forza Horizon 4, the car pass, the best of on car pack, the VIP former drift car pack, and Fancy 1 and Fancy 2. Because that's I just said that Forza Horizon 4 Ultimate Edition comes with everything, including VIP. Yes, indeed. VIP is included in the Ultimate Edition. So if you get the Ultimate Edition, then you'll get the VIP, which yeah. Oh, I missed you saying that. Oh, right. Yeah. So that's the thing. Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, there's VIP for you. I never got VIP anyways. In fact, not previously. Of course, I'm gonna be getting it because it's part of the Ultimate Edition. But I think apparently Forza Horizon 4 is, or so far, is 3 stars out of 5. I guess that's just coming out of the current reviews that are currently up. So is that train line in Edinburgh? Indeed. Because I actually saw a few videos, and there's actually a couple of train lines in Forza Horizon 4 that I've noticed. There is like a single line that is like supposed to be a heritage line in Forza Horizon 4 where the Flying Scotsman runs along. And there's also the East Coast Main Line, which I believe will eventually lead up to Edinburgh Station, which is also featured in the city of Edinburgh of Forza Horizon 4. I noticed that from the map, which is really cool. I'm not entirely sure how that's all going to be connecting up, but it is something something cool. So I do know for a fact that the Flying Scotsman is going to be in Forza Horizon 4. However, I'm not entirely sure what's going to be running on the East Coast Main Line. I kind of hope that they do put it in a Class 43 HST, or maybe even a Class 91, or heck, maybe even a Class 800 would be cool. Because It does look like that Turn 10 might have gone the LNER branding, and the LNER now they now own they currently run the East Coast Melee, so we could see possibly an HST and maybe 91. I'm not entirely sure. I honestly don't know, but I will definitely find out. I will definitely doing a safari across the Forza Horizon 4 map to just to see what exactly happens. Class 101 would be good, yeah. I mean, it would be cool. Or who knows, maybe if we're really lucky, they'll land in all three. Even though, what am I trying to say? Even though, I don't think Forza would go that far. I mean, maybe they would, though. Maybe Forza can surprise us with a bunch of trains on the East Coast main line. I'm here looking at the Forza Horizon 3 Ultimate Edition, which is currently $79.99, but at the same time doesn't include a massive amount of stuff. Let's see, which is they give information from those who use the HT from trains and world, lol. Yeah, imagine that, I just realized. But yeah, Forza Horizon 3. I think Forza Horizon 3 was also an amazing game, but we'll be saying goodbye to that game very soon and saying hello to Britain of Forza Horizon 4. Unfortunately, that CGWR livery. Well, I mean, the Playground could always come along and repaint into an LNER livery. AKA a Virgin Trains livery with some swapped out with the LNER logos. Because that's pretty much the case with pretty much most of the paint schemes trains on the East Coast Line now. In fact, yeah, I believe the HSCs and Class 91s are still in the Virgin Trains East Coast livery, except they swapped the Virgin logos with the LNER logos. But that's fine because I really like the Virgin Trains East Coast livery anyway. But there is a possibility that they could possibly change it. Well, who knows? Maybe they'll keep the Virgin Trains East Coast livery and just have LNER logos on it. Especially considering that I really like I said, I really love the Virgin Trains East Coast livery. And I'm also currently looking at the description for the Forza Horizon 4 Ultimate Edition. I don't even mention, dynamic seasons change everything at the world's greatest automotive festival. Go it alone or team up with others to explore beautiful and historic Britain and its shared open world. Collect, modify, and drive over 450 cars. Race, stunt, create, and explore. Choose your own path to become a Horizon superstar. The Forza Horizon 4 Ultimate Edition digital bundle includes early access, allowing you to play 4 days early, beginning September 28th. Car Pass, VIP membership, 4-wheel drift car pack, day 1 car pack, and 2 game expansions when they become available. Of course, the day 1 car pack was eventually revealed to be the James Bond car pack, which is amazing. Hey there, Black Galaxy 70 Roblox. Although it was known, as it says, I thought there was near 1,000 cars. Well, that's the case for Motorsport. Not so much for Horizon though, but even so, there are some really cool additions to Forza Horizon 4 this year. I won't say anything about the cars that are going to be in Forza Horizon 4, but if you guys want to take a look in advance at the full car list for Forza Horizon 4, I recommend going on the air12.com website and take a look at the full car list, because there is some really cool stuff. Okay, see you later, Black Galaxy 70 Roblox. I guess you just stopped by for 10 seconds and just died. Okay, maybe that's a bit saucy, but hey. But overall, I would say that the Forza Horizon 4 Ultimate Edition is worth it. Very much worth it. Yeah, so that was fun talking about Forza Horizon 4. But now we need to change the focus to actually that's change the focus to something else. Well, unless I can think of something else for that I'll probably talk about. I also actually checked out the new Freightliner livery, and I might just say I actually think that for new Freightliner livery is actually okay. In fact, if I search it up, Freightliner's new livery, I actually kind of find it to be interesting how they have the orange with the black stripes. And, oh no. We've had a bit of a problem. I've had my problems go sit here on the desk, and it's sat here for so long that's actually melted. Gosh darn it. I'm gonna have to put it back into the fridge and get another one. Balls. See, this is what happens when I don't do these things in time. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, so nobody typed anything they said as that right left, but yeah, the new, yeah, well that's interesting. Even Hornby made a forum about it. They even mentioned, as with anything these days, some people will like it, some people will hate it, and some will have to have the livery grow on them eventually. I would agree. Oh yeah, the new Freightliner livery. For those modeling complementary freight, both Freightliner and DMG now have the corporate liveries under parent company Genesee and something else. I'm not sure. Don't really care, to be honest. Oh, also, one interesting thing is that on October 9th, the Verseg Nord route comes out for Trains and World on consoles. And to be honest, I don't really care because I mean, I might get Trains and World soon, but I'm not entirely sure. But, oh, here we are. 64 reasons to play Train Sim 2, the experiences. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. Let's take a look at this. You can say Oreos. I don't think so. Yeah, so this week we're going to be looking at some of the experience like Train Sim software. So, you have number 9, passenger operations. Take to the building to try your hand at operating vital or scenic passenger services for commuters and tourists alike. When you climb aboard and embark on critical high-speed, bustling suburbans or relaxing road journeys at your heart's content. Which do you prefer? Unless that number 10 is freight hauling. Passenger duties aren't the only operation to be kept in mind. In some cases, freight traffic supersedes passengers by a substantial margin. If you can think of it, chances are that the railway is carried in food, coal, carports, wood, metal, mail, oil, slate, empties, manifests, aggregates, and even aircraft parts. Each provide their own challenges, and some aren't straight A to B runs either. You're picking up and dropping off as you go. There's also switching and shunting for number 11. Passenger and freight work are all important, of course. What they have to do is if no one prepare the trains in the yard for sidings. Shunting or switching is the act of marshalling concepts together before they get taken away and splitting concepts up as they arrive. There should be a simple rake of passenger coaches or a half-mile-long string of wagons waiting to go to the lands of far beyond. It can be a challenging exercise, especially when navigating massive freight yards. Number 12 being a mix of motive power. Hey, the New Jersey Transit Airboat 3 just got plugged. You can do all the above and more from 3 principal types of motive power. Work in preservation or a step back in time and experience life from the footplate of classic steam locomotives. Try out a mix of heritage and state-of-the-art diesel traction that be that old locos are modern multiple units or add a touch of spark by notching up an iconic and fit-for-purpose electrics. What is interesting. Oh, it says I was playing about Train Sim World earlier to play about the Classic 6. Ooh, what's this? Number 13 is unique traction. As if the above wasn't enough already, and there's even further variation, diesel, hydraulic, for example. Sometimes things have been tried, tested, and never really quite caught on. Either have been left in time or remain as one-off examples of a slightly quaint variation of railway technology. In Traceman, you can discover these unique ideas. Do you think they should have succeeded? Now they show a picture of the GT3, the gas turbine 3, and also the Union Pacific gas turbine and the maglev. All three of which were tested and then sausagized, you know. The gas turbine 3 was tested and then scrapped. The Union Pacific gas turbine was also tested for a while, and I think some were scrapped and others were possibly preserved. And also they have the Shanghai maglev, which is currently the only public, or the only commercially operated maglev system in the entire world. Yeah. Of course, the maglev Transrapid was tested for a considerable amount of time, but now remains as a 19-mile-long commercially run line in Shanghai, China. You know the YouTuber Diesel? Nope, never heard of him in my life. Rule number 14, playthrough scenarios. The best way to experience everything above is to play either included, additional, or community-made scenarios. Scenarios are an essence of guided experience, with instructions and waypoints as necessary, which allow you to perform all matters of duties. There are two main types of scenario. Standard is straightforward, get the job done. You can generally take your time, but the pressure is on for career scenarios, where a tight timetable with specific instructions should be adhered to, so as to avoid a penalty, which is not really something that happens in real life, but see, he says he does Forza Horizon videos. Never see those out. We have number 15, dive into Quick Drive. Why don't you just jump in and drive? See that specific location again and refresh your route knowledge. Quick Drive is the option. With Quick Drive, you can select practically any train in your collection and then pick the consist. Choose from the available routes, decide your starting endpoints, set the season, weather, and time to your liking, and drive. If you want to see what train simulator can throw at you, you can even push the random button and see what interesting options appear. Oh, that's cool. Number 16, explore freely with free roam, and even show a picture of the Northeast Corridor. That looks like the yard next to 30th Street Station. If you are looking for complete freedom, free roam centers will offer just that. Some routes shipped with them, others are available courtesy of the community, or you could make your own. Either way, free roam lets you do essentially what you want. Fly down the route? Sure. Click on one of the trains that you see and just go driving? Go right ahead. Set up your own challenging challenges. All these options are available to try. And there you have it. Another 8 reasons that you should be playing Train Simulator. If you want to drive in now, pick up Train Simulator 2018, which will be your last chance to get the included Midtown Bond, Northwest Coastal, and Peninsula Corridor. And Peninsula Corridor, San Francisco, San Jose route in a 3-in-1 bundle. Or you can wait for Train Simulator 2019, which will release on October the 11th, with Summer, Salt Lake City, the runway with Frankfurt Speed, and Portsmouth Direct Line. Cool. Let's see, how was Train Simulator 2019 looking up? Somewhat good, actually. In fact, that was explained with 64 reasons to play Train Simulator number 1, which is Train Simulator 2019. Okay, take me back to the hub, please. Ah, yeah. Oh, what's this? They've also made a TS18, the Weasel up close. Ooh, let's take a look at this article here. Find that the thing actually loads, which takes forever. The Weasel up close. The OB City Shuttle Weasel and OB1144 are coming soon, courtesy of Sky Games and Railworks Austria, and they're shaping up to be authentically crafted and extensively detailed. Pro-rank shootable traction. Let's take a look. There's a bunch of authentic features, the scenarios. Hey, there's a thingy. I guess in short, variety galore. A total of 6 OB144 variants are included, representing different builds of locomotive throughout its lifetime. The biggest change each is the cooling fan arrangement type, where some locomotives have been built with the silencer fans, and others with different measures to cope with different conditions, etc. Other variants is also included. The cab car and coach are provided with both standard OB branding and Weasel overlays, and both come with clean and dirty versions to match the locomotive's necessary. That's quite cool. authentic features as well. The unique characteristics of the OBB1144 shine in the upcoming add-on. Everything from the involved startup procedure to the one-of-a-kind controls and systems have been fully represented, and the cab car features its own classic 90s layout. You're not alone, however. The manual takes you through every step required to master every aspect of either cab, and to get you up and running, you can allow the locomotive to auto-complete its goals to sequence while you read up. Ah. It looks like it also features scenarios for the Big Country Corner route, which is interesting. I thought that was quite cool. Oh yeah, this website takes a long time to load. But here's something else that I found interesting. This is TS18 Rail Travel Reimagined. Check this out. In April of 2016, we brought you our fastest experience in the form of the popular LGV Mediterranean from Marseille to Avignon. However, with the advent of new 64-bit era just over the horizon, LGV Rhone Alps and Mediterranean line in Marseille is coming to the train simulator. And I do apologize if I messed up the pronunciation there. I can't speak French. Wow, that's interesting. Let's see. It says I want to see Duchess of Hamilton back in Steam. It might happen. Anyways, the 1990s, the LGV Sud EST had already connected Paris and Lyon for about a decade, gradually reducing journey times between the two cities. It was decided to expand the benefits south to Valence by building a new high-speed link, the LGV Rhone Alps. The 115-kilometer line opened in 2 stages. For the first time in time for the 1992 Winter Olympics in Albertville, giving people a better connection to Lyon, and with the second in the summer of 1994, a connection and brand new station was also opened to Lyon Saint Exupéry Airport at the same time. With the LGV Rhone Alps completed and transforming travel, the decision was then made to build a further LGV line, one of which set out of Valence and to serve the south of France, the LGV Mediterranean. This final line would put Marseille on the high-speed map and allow competition with airlines who also made connections to France's capital. Construction of the LGV Mediterranean began in 1996, and it was stretched a total of 260 kilometers to join with the classic approach into Marseille-Saint Charles. With additional stations being built at Avignon and Aix-en-Provence, the line was opened to traffic in 2001. Served by TGV duplex high-speed trains, the LGV Rhone Alps and LGV Mediterranean started carrying thousands of passengers across the south of France at 300 km per hour, extended to 320 along key sections of the scenic undulating lines. The route throughout is equipped with TVM 430, a revolutionary cab system that is designed for operating high-speed trains at high timetable frequencies. Conventional signaling not practical for very high-speed routes, as drivers have very little time to see and react to what flies past the windscreen. TVM 430 displays information in the cab telling the driver what speed he should be traveling at. Without the need for conventional trackside equipment, the classic approach to Marseille, however, the typical BLA signaling system comes into use. The LGV Rhone Alps and Mediterranean will cover the line from Gare de Marseille, Saint Charles to Lyon, Gare de Lyon, Part Dieu, and Gare de Saint Exupéry. I cannot speak French. TGV extending the original route threefold to bring a total of 309 kilometers of breathtaking scenery and thrilling high-speed train simulator. 300 kilometers. Wow. I am definitely going to be getting this extension. Well, certainly. So that's something else to buy sooner or later. I thought that was really cool. So, TGV was finally being extended. And it is about time, considering the fact that, the fact that the original route was really short and only took half an hour to complete. Now we have a 309-kilometer route about to be a thing in train sim, so that is going to be madness. So, anyways, now we've read quite a bit of stuff for Train Sim, but now it's time to flip the switch over to NASCAR. Because this week in NASCAR is a very, very special race. Because this weekend, the Roval is going to be coming into play. If I can get an image of that. Yeah. Yep. So, this weekend, the Charlotte Roval will be seeing its first ever NASCAR Xfinity and Monster Energy Cup Series races. So, it's going to make for a very, very crazy race. So, if we, where is it I'm looking for? Let's go on NASCAR.com. There we go. Official home. Why didn't I go there before? Oh, looks like Kurt Busch has the pole for the Sunday season elimination race in Charlotte. Wow. Kurt Busch has his first pole of the season. Oh. Now here's something that I really want to see. Ryan Preece earns full-time Monster Energy Series run with JTG Daugherty Racing. Now this is very interesting.
I wish you weren't so worried.
Go away. I'm not turn that off. But anyway, so yeah, GTG Daugherty Racing announced Friday that Ryan Preece will drive the team's number 47 Chevrolet next year in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. Preece, who made his mark as a decorated champion in the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour, will succeed AJ Allmendinger, number 47's team driver of the last 5 seasons. Allmendinger scored a breakthrough Premier Series victory for himself and GTG Daugherty at Watkins in 2014. But the team announced on September 25th that Allmendinger would not return in 2019. So Ryan Preece, he is now finally getting those wins. Alright, we're now getting those cup starts. Indeed. Yeah. Also, they say Preece, 27 years old, has driven on a part-time basis for Joe Gibbs Racing NASCAR Xfinity Series the last 2 seasons. That Spain he's collected 2 victories, last season at Iowa Speedway and earlier this year at Bristol. He is scheduled to run the majority of the races left with this in the season in JGR equipment. Yeah. And Preece says, to finally get this level and earn it, it's really a short tracker's dream. To get here and race for all the people with such class, it's a family-owned team, and that's something we've always been a part of. Hopefully we can start strong and compete for wins. I'm not so sure about the wins part, because here is Ryan Preece driving for JGG Daugherty Racing, a team that is very slow. Only once that JDG went to victory lane with Allmendinger 2014. Other than that, JDG's already just one of those backmarkers teams. Because reasons. Yeah. Well, I'll say it was that Bristol race where Preece first hopped onto the radar of team competition director Ernie Cope and team owner Ted Gates, who watched the underdog and good equipment give more experienced drivers all they could handle. I'm excited, Cope said. I started watching him at the end of the year at Homestead, and he drove hard. Watching that Bristol race and watching him go after it, I'm like, this guy is something. Then you hear his backstory, and that's the mold I'm looking for. Every time I've called him, then he's in the shop. Preece made 5 career starts in the NASCAR Stop Division in 2015 for car owner Mike Curb. He followed that partnership with a full-time Xfinity Series slate for Genie Motorsports in 2016. Preece secured the Wheel and Modified Tour Championship in 2013. He also has 4 runner finishes in that series standings. Preece has competed in the majority of the Modified Tours races this season, locking up 2 wins at Stafford and Langley in 8 starts. I'm not saying this is easy, Preece said in his ascension to the Monster Energy Series. It's not. There will be a lot of nights where I didn't know what was going to happen. I was going to try though. Man, I was really gonna try that hard. And then, let's see. NASCAR is complicated to me. Well, NASCAR can be a complicated sport, but you kind of have to really wrap your mind around so you can understand it. The team release also say that JGG will remain a two-car operation next year. Chris Buescher currently drives the organization's number 37 Chevrolet, and Gary Sticker would confirm he would return. Gary Sticker added that the team would move the engines by Hendrick. Hendrick, you say? Huh. Hendrick. Wow. Remember when I just said that JDG Dory is a slow team? They are being a slow team no more. Provided by Hendrick Motorsports. Wow. You know, Hendrick Motorsports, they provide the best Chevy engines in all of NASCAR. And now Ryan Preece will be driving a Hendrick Motorsports affiliated car next year. That is possibly the best thing that could ever happen now. But what's this now? We're looking forward to having Ryan join our team for the 2019 season. Team owner Gad Shager sent release. Ryan has an impressive list of accomplishments in the NASCAR Xfinity Series and NASCAR with a Modified Tour Series, and has now been given a great opportunity to compete at NASCAR's highest level full time. We really believe in him and think he's a great addition to the team. I agree. I think Ryan Preece is really got to get that experience for the Cup Series. And that is great to know, however. Because Ryan Preece, he is such a great driver. And I'm so glad that now he's getting a full-time opportunity. Also another article, we have Rovalicious. Kurt Busch grabs the pole for Sunday's elimination race at Charlotte. Charlotte Roval, that is. Holy moly, okay. This is a very interesting starting position. Kurt Busch on pole. AJ Allmendinger in second. Wow. Okay, that is insane. AJ Allmendinger qualified second, being the road course ace that he is. Alex Bowman qualified third. Chase Elliott fourth. Kyle Larson, Jimmy Johnson 6. Wow. Clint Boris 7th. Where's the other guys? Truex is all the way back in 13th. Kyle Busch is back in 14th, and Kevin Harvick is, I don't even see him. Oh, Justin Marks making a start in this race. And also notice that Daniel Hemrick is making a start in this race as well. Yeah, Daniel Hemrick back in number 8. So that's quite cool. But wow. AJ Allmendinger gonna take it. Wow, look at that. What? I'm blown away by this qualifying starts. Yeah, I'm lost. Oh, wow. That is a starting grid. Holy moly. Alright. Okay. There's your qualifying positions. Wow. Okay. Also, we have Boris here promotes Hemrick to number 31 ride. This is interesting. Richard Schroeder's Racing stayed in-house to fill the vacancy on his number 31 Chevrolet in the Monster Energy Cup Series, tapping Daniel Hemrick to the... Why is there... for God's sake. Okay, let's try that again. Richard Schroeder's Racing stayed in-house to fill the vacancy on his number 31 Chevrolet in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, tapping Daniel Hemrick to the seat beginning in 2019. Hemrick, a native from Kannapolis, North Carolina, In his second year with RCR as a full-time driver in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, he qualified for the playoffs in both years in the number 21 Chevrolet, advanced to the championship 4 in 2017 as a rookie. His promotion was announced Friday at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and Hamrick couldn't even complete his opening statement in the press conference before the emotions took over. His voice cracked and wiped his eyes before even composing himself. "That's what it's all about, right?" he asked. "I always had faith it would work out. It's incredibly humbling to know this is my family moving forward." The 27-year-old will make his second career start at the Monster Energy Series this weekend at the Charlotte Road Course, or Roval it's supposed to be. He also drove number 8 Chevrolet for RCR in the spring in Richmond. He'll get Austin Dillon in the Children's Cup stable full-time next year. Wow. Hamrick said, "Ever since I was a kid growing up in campus, I followed and rooted for RCR. I enjoyed competing against Austin and Ty Dillon years ago, and we became close friends along the way. Red River has always been the race for championships in the NASCAR Cup Series. I've worked hard to get here, and those who know me and supported me know that I take nothing for granted. The time has come to take that next step. I want to thank Richard for believing in me and providing such an amazing opportunity." In 68 Xfinity starts with the Childers, Hamrick has 20 top 5 finishes and 33 top 5 finishes and 33 top 20s. 3 of those top 5s are runner-up finishes. Number 31 Chevrolet is open with veteran Ryan Newman leaving the company at the end of the season to join Rossman Racing following a 5-year stint with Childers. Hamrick will become just the 3rd driver to pilot number 31 since 2005, joining Newman and Jeff Burton during this stretch. The team said it would announce sponsorship and other deals at a later date. Team owner Richard Childers compared Hamrick's ability to what he saw years prior in drivers like Austin Dillon, Clint Boyer, and Kevin Harvick, all of who came up through the RCR ranks. "Look at what the drivers have in their heart," Childers said in the section of Hamrick. "He has what it takes to become a winner. You have to have heart to know, and you have to sacrifice. I know how much Daniel and his family have sacrificed. He will win races and compete for championships." And there you go. I really don't understand much of what you're saying because I don't know much about NASCAR. Yeah, it's kind of understandable, but basically, Hamrick will be driving in the Cup Series full time next year, number 31. That's really cool. But yeah, I guess non-NASCAR fans won't have an understanding of exactly what I'm saying, because you know, yeah. Well, if you made a thing called Roval 101, that's really. Is there a NASCAR championship every year? Yes, there is. Has been since the year 1948. Yeah, so that's quite cool. This is 48. Wow, indeed. Well, what's this Rover 101? Charlotte Road Course 101. What do you need to know about the Roval? Indeed. NASCAR has come a long way. Indeed, they have. Well, let's take a look at what this article has to say. For the first time in the NASCAR playoffs, the NASCAR playoffs drivers, or no, I messed it up. For the first time in the NASCAR playoffs, drivers will compete on a road course. And for the first time in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, Charlotte Motor Speedway will be turned to a road course. The Charlotte Road Course, or the Roval as it's popularly being called, because reasons. Here's what to know about the new tracks before Sunday's race. The Bank of America Roval 400, 2 p.m. Eastern Time on NBC, NBC Sports App, PRN, and Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. Series racing on the Roval, NASCAR Monster Energy Series and Xfinity Series. Length 2.28 miles. Turns 17. Change in elevation 35 feet. Wow, 35 feet of elevation changes. Tires: Goodyear Eagle Speedway Rattles. Cup: 3 sets for practice, 1 set for qualifying, and 7 sets for the race. Xfinity: 8 sets for the event. Driving in the rain? Yes, wet tires will be on the hand should conditions warrant their use. Cup teams are allowed to use 2 sets of wets for practice and up to 4 sets for the race. Xfinity teams are allowed up to 2 sets for wets for practice and up to 2 sets for the race. Interesting. Penalty for shortcutting in any part of the course. If you shortcut the course, i.e. below through the chicane, the car must serve a pass to penalty on paved road. If the infraction occurs on the final lap, a 30-second penalty will be levied. Whatever that means. What about restarts? Restarts will not include the chicane and the trial oval so that all cars are on an even playing field, and that front of the pack does not have an advantage over the back. Okay, that's something interesting that I just realized. You know, originally, I was expecting that whenever that there was going to be a restart, they were actually going to start in the trial of chicane like they do on NASCAR E3. But it looks like that the restarts will not be on the trial of chicane. Right. I can see why they're doing that, because otherwise the restarts will be, oh my god, crazy. But, yeah. Apparently there's also a local caution be in effect, and of course, yes, a spinner incident on certain portions of the track may not yield a full course caution, but rather a blue flag specific to the area of the track where the incident occurred to warrant comparative issue. Ooh, let's see what all of NASCAR was oval circuits. No, there are actually 3 road courses in the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series. Well, there were 2 last year, but the 3 this year, you know. Previously, NASCAR would always go to Watkins Glen Sonoma and Watkins Glen. And now, as of this year, the Cup Series and Xfinity Series is now going on to what they're calling the Charlotte Roval, which is basically the road course at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Because reasons. So that's quite crazy, isn't it now? Let's see, playoff implications. Of course, because we all need playoff implications. This is the first elimination race in the 2018 playoffs for the Monster Energy Series. 12 playoff drivers in the 6th driver field will advance to the round of 12 for the next week at Dover. For the Xfinity Series, this is the second race in the opening round of the playoffs. Well, he says, every day is a school day, I don't even though it was a school day today at all. What? Okay, that's weird. But yeah, incident or comparison issues, that's the thing. And now the schedule. NASCAR Stop Division hasn't had 3 road courses in a single season since 1987, when the series visited Riverside International Raceway twice and Watkins Glen once. The Roval's placement on the Monster Energy Series schedule also breaks up the all-Roval monopoly that the field has since the 10-race postseason format was introduced in 2004. And also the tight confines. Unlike Watkins Glen and Sonoma, which both have gravel traps and paved runoff areas, the Charlotte Roval offers few places to veer off in courses in the event of a problem. That's led to more than a handful of significant restaurant testing, where drivers push the limits of the curbing and tire barriers that define the course. Ooh, and there's also gallons of paint used to give Volvo its look. 5,400 Road Grip, a British track service painting company, painted the course. Mycroft signs painted on the front stretch turf and the wall designs and signage, giving the Roval Grand Prix style visuals. That's interesting. There's also the grass. Track officials installed 212,000 square feet of new synthetic turf in the place of the existing front stretch grass. The project stemmed from questions raised by Kevin Harvick, among others, about how to minimize the damage from off-track skids. The intended goal is to even the surface that prevents car bodies from digging into the turf. The first driver to overcook turned 17 in practice will be the guinea pig. Oh, there's also, why is the pit road pink? That is to salute breast cancer awareness. 7-time Monster Energy Series champion Jimmy Johnson has led other drivers celebrate and dignitaries in painting the 1,500 foot wall pink on Thursday, September 20th. There's also, how big is the new pedestrian bridge? The 80-foot long, 22,000 pound infield pedestrian bridge is between turns 2 and 3 and features an open walkway as well as 2 elevators which will allow spectators to access roadway camping and infield Circle K convenience store. Oh, that's cool. And of course also the track map, which looks interesting. So there's a total of 17 turns. Course 1 is going into the infield, then there's turn 2 going to turn 2, which is a left, and there's turn 3, which is a right, turn 4, which is another right, then there's turn 5, another right, turn 6, another right, and then turn 7, which is a left, and then turn 8, which is a hard left, which takes you back onto the oval, and there's turn 9 and 10, which is the banking, which would be turn 1, 2 if this was a speedway, and then we go to turn numbers 11 and 12, which makes up the backstretch chicane, and there's turn number 13 and 14, which would be turn 3 and 4 on the speedway. And there's turn 15, 16, and 17, which is the front stretch chicane, which lead up to the start-finish line. So overall, this track has a handful of turns, and it's going to make for a handful of a race. Oh dear. Man, this race is honestly going to be a crazy one. Wow. Yeah, so anyways, so where is something else? Well, let me just talk about on the stream now. I spent the past 55 minutes talking about a genuine amount of amount of stuff as I bang my funny bone on my computer desk, which is great. So let's see. So what else should we talk about for the last 5 minutes of the stream? Good question. I honestly don't know. But for the most part, I will be watching both races on the Roval this weekend, being the darn it, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I'll be watching all 3 races, or no, all 2 races of the of NASCAR this weekend, being the Xfinity Series race and the Cup Series race. I'm excited for both races, though. I'm just keen to know what is going to happen. It's going to make for some crazy racing. But here I am, just here, excited for what's going to be a crazy race. Now it's possible to watch them in the UK. No, it is, actually. Well, it's broadcasting on NBC, and if you do have NBC, I would recommend watching the Roval race, because NASCAR is broadcasted all over the world. Well, I say all over the world, I think about 120 countries, yeah. Don't know what that is. Well, NBC is the American broadcasting, but if you do some research on the internet, you will most likely find which channel that NASCAR will be broadcasting on in the UK. Because why would NASCAR broadcast in the UK? But the Cup race and stuff on Sunday will be starting at 2 p.m. Eastern time, or 2 p.m. Eastern time, which is about 9 p.m. UK time. So, so if you can stay up until about midnight to watch the Roval race from the UK, then I say go for it. I want to watch one. Depends if there's anything else I want to do. Well, there's the for the most part, there's the Xfinity Series race, which is on Saturday, and the Cup race, which is on Sunday. So, oh, and also, I think although I doubt I'll be doing much else at midnight. Well, if that's the case, I say watch NASCAR. So, if you can find out which channel that NASCAR will broadcast in the UK, then I would definitely recommend watching it. Oh, also, the Russian Grand Prix is also this weekend, so I'll be watching that as well. So, we'll be racing on Sochi, which is the Grand Prix of Russia, which is always a saucy race. And also, speaking of NASCAR, it seems that qualifying and practice was today. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to watch any NASCAR stuff today because I've been doing a bunch of other stuff. I did some stuff in preparation for Forza Horizon 4, or well, more realistically my birthday, which of course I'll be celebrating October the 9th after school. So that'll be exciting. Should be fun. And let's see what else I'm gonna say. Something in terms of, I don't remember. At I'm going to use Forza Horizon 4 for less powerful cars. I'm about to say less what? Okay, apparently less powerful cars. Well, you mean like the POP 50? Because that's in the game with all 4 horsepower. That thing's just gonna be the log car of the game. Forza Horizon was a Reliant superfan and Forza Horizon 4 POP 50. But the stream's been fun. But now it's time to end. See what he says. If you want to use hypercars, I usually go on Forza Motor 7. Well, hypercars will be in Forza Horizon 4 as well. So, well, if you do want to use Forza Horizon 4 for the slow cars, I'd say it's worth it because there are some really cool ones in the game. But anyways, that is all for this week's Talkshow, and that is all for the month of September in terms of live streaming. The 2018 NASCAR Skills Cup Series Daytona 500 will be up at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you watch that, make sure to go for it. Otherwise, if it comes out at a bad time for you, then you just watch it the next day because it's a good one, and I recommend giving that a watch. But with that, that is all from me for the month of September. Next live stream will be Roblox. That will be on October the 1st, and that'll be the first stream for the month. But again, that is all. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the stream, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video.